Killed it. All right, we are out here at the gun range today. We're shooting all three of our rifle builds. They're pretty similar. They're all 300 PRC, similar components, different barrel lengths, a couple different things. We're shooting some different ammo today, some Hornady 225s, shooting pretty good, some 212s as well. I'm shooting some custom loads with a different bullet, but all performing quite well. So typically what we do is we come out, I obviously bring a bunch of customer guns as well and some other stuff. We have a whole rack of rifles next to us that we're going to shoot today, and just get some time behind the guns, get comfortable pressing triggers, and see how these guns perform. And so far they've done very, very well. So I've been very pleased with it. We're at the range getting the guns all broke in. So we have our MDT Hunter 26 chassis, American Rifle Co., Coup de Grace, the lightweight action, Timney trigger. We're running an MDT 300 PRC magazine as well. Doug's shooting the 225 match Hornadies right now. We have it topped with a Leupold VX6 HD. Doug's shooting the 4-24 by 52, and then we're running the benchmark carbon fiber blank, which is doing really well as far as when you shoot a bunch of rounds. We're not getting a lot of mirage. It seems to not have that rapid heat dissipation where it just completely messes up your scope. So it's doing really well, and it's keep a tight group. So we're gonna rip some more rounds here. Well, we are back in the gun shop. We're here to give you the review of the guns, guys. We have taken them. We've had a bunch of different hunts all across the U.S. I took mine to Africa.
Yep, did a bunch of Africa hunting.
We have beaten the tar out of these things, to be completely honest. They've been, if you can make it through TSA, you can make it through anything. You packed yours up and down the mountains in the high hunt?
Yep, high country bear hunt. Took it all over up in the high mountains up here in Washington. Took it over to eastern Washington. Took it to Idaho. So it's been all over the place. Yours is obviously beat up pretty good. You got scratches of some blood on the scope here.
There's still blood on there. What'd you think about packing it? So I know a lot of guys talk about having a traditional hunting stock. This is the very first time that we've ever gone to a chassis style gun. And for guys who aren't aware of that, the MDT Hunter 26 is the lightest weight folding chassis that I'm aware of. Mm-hmm. Mostly carbon fiber, except for the main portion, which is milled aluminum. It helps incredibly with your accuracy, so you don't have to bed these. None of these are glass bedded. The rifles are just set in there in a way where they don't move. Very, very accurate. We'll talk about the accuracy here in a minute, but not your typical hunting style setup. So what did you think?
So the overall packability of this gun was awesome. Super lightweight. The chassis performed really, really well. I like that you can actually break right here and fold the chassis in half, and it shortens it up quite a bit. Easier for packing around in your pack. The actual action, the American Rifle Co. action, was great. It performed flawlessly for me. It's super light. That paired with the scope being super lightweight, and we talked about, some of the competitor scopes being like twice the weight compared to like the VX6 or VX5, even if you wanted to go that route. Leupold's quite a bit lighter than a lot of the competitor scopes for that quality, and everything else was great. Like the barrel length was great. Everything was pretty awesome. So I don't know. Tell us about like some of these parts, like individual parts, and how you thought they performed.
Obviously building a lot of guns every single day, I use a lot of these components for customer rifles all the time. When someone comes in and says, hey, I want the best rifle money could buy, these are a lot of the components that I use, Again, the MDT chassis being one of the best, I think it's probably the best lightweight chassis on the market, above my expectations, because I'm not a chassis guy. I'm a traditional hunting stock guy.
Yeah, me too.
I was worried about packing it with a mag, even though this mag's a little bit longer. This is the MDT 5-round mag for the 300 PRC. Was fantastic. When I first put it together, you get a little bit of a sound. Mm-hmm. But when you put a round in there, it creates pressure against the bolt, and then it doesn't move at all.
Yeah,
and
it
then
doesn't move.
Then you don't get any of that sound.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Was super happy. The action I noticed got quite a bit smoother, even though it was a smooth action to begin with. But I ran it a bunch, right? I mean, I think this gun shot, I would say I probably have 40 animals on this gun already.
Which is a lot for one season.
Which is a lot. 40 animals in one season is a lot.
Yeah.
Again, I traveled, to other countries in multiple states, but it's super smooth. I mean, if we take again, that's hitting the follower. That's the noise you're getting. But I mean, the Timney trigger, I think I got mine in at like 2 pounds. Just really crisp, no creep. Just really happy with the package. Obviously, the benchmark barrels, they're right down the road. In Montana, I shot my elk at 847 yards. I had, and tough shots too. Like that was a quartering frontal. I had a dead frontal shot on a massive Inyala in Africa in the wind, and it was like 600 some yards. I don't remember how far it was. Very difficult shot. It was in the brush. We ran the Hornady rounds through it. I ended up making some custom loads with the Burger 220s. All of the ammo shot very, very well. Was very, very happy with all of it. I mean, this is a 22-inch barrel too.
Yeah.
That's a pretty short barrel.
It's not like, because you have the can on it, it's a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
like me and Doug's both have just the brake on them, and they're pretty compact, especially when you can fold the stock.
Yeah, I was super happy with that. So overall, really, really liked it. So this is the ZL3 turret, which is like the little bit taller turret. You get a little bit more adjustment out of that. Now they have a Gen 2 VX6 HD coming out, which I'm very excited to see. But the illuminated reticle on this was paramount when I was in South Africa, because we did a lot of low light hunting. I can't even remember how many times I was just like, oh, thank God I have this thing. You can dial it up and down on the side there as far as the brightness goes. Incredibly lightweight. The whole package is super lightweight. So I was very, very, very happy with it.
I found it very helpful, especially hunting black bear.
Yeah.
Because bears are black. And if you're in low light conditions, it can be a little hard to find your crosshairs on a black animal. So having the illuminated reticle really helps.
So one of the things we were doing at the range was getting all of our dope set up. So we have these new nifty little Garmin chronographs, quite helpful. And what we're doing is we're taking our muzzle velocity. So all of these guns, even though they look exactly the same, they're all different. So we have some 4 or 5 hour rifling. We have some 22 and some 24-inch barrels. So all the speeds are going to be different. The bullets we're shooting are a little bit different. Maybe we're shooting the 212 ELDXs or the 225s or these 220 Burgers. So we're all going to get a little different speed. And what we do is we take that muzzle velocity and we take that bullet, and then we take the ballistic coefficient, and then wherever we're going to go, like for instance, when I went to South Africa, I was only hunting at like 2,000 feet of elevation, but the temperature was quite high. Maybe I'm hunting 75, 80 degrees there. And what we do is we compile that information to build our dope sheet for each individual hunt. So Leupold does offer you a free dial, their CDS system, their custom dial system, so you can actually put on that physical yardage. So instead of your standard dial, it says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and it goes all the way around, right? So those are your minutes of angle. We're shooting minutes of angle. We're not shooting mils here. So with that dial system, you can have your actual yardage. So say, for instance, if you only hunt in one certain area, one time of year, these are perfect for you. I hunted all over the world, so having one dial doesn't work for me, so I just have a bunch of different dope sheets. I could get a bunch of different dial systems, but that just works better for me. Plus, I shoot different loads too. Like maybe one place I'm going to shoot those Hornady 212s, and the other I'm going to shoot the Burger 220s, and maybe I want to shoot the 225s in a different situation. So we're compiling all of that data, building our dope sheets. That's where we spend so much time at the range. All three of us, Doug and James and myself. It's a ton of effort. It's a lot of ammo. But in the end, when you're up on the mountain and you get that one-shot opportunity, it pays off tremendously. Well, James, I'd say post-range, post-hunting seasons, up and down the mountains, multiple critters. What do you think? What would you rate this gun?
1 out of 10?
1 out of 10.
9.85.
I think, it checks all the boxes. It's lightweight. Packs, it's great cartridge, 300 PRC. I mean, you can kill, I think, just about anything with it.
Yep, anything in North America.
Mine killed a hippo, shot a hippo in the face with it, killed it. It checks all the boxes. Like I said, lightweight, accurate, portable, packable, folding chassis. Very, very happy with it. I would recommend this gun to just about anybody. When James first came in the gun shop, we actually had basically the same exact gun sitting in the corner that I just built for a customer. So, yeah, highly recommend. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Leupold, American Rifle Co., Benchmark Barrels, MDT, Timney. Fantastic products. Very, very happy with them, and looking forward to getting out in the field and putting some more animals on the ground with it.
Absolutely. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave a comment. You can ask us questions too. Kris is more than happy to jump on YouTube every once in a while and answer some questions. So
Absolutely.
send them our way.
Thanks so much, guys.